The monk who brought the end of Russia, Grigori Rasputin. Bullets didn't touch him. Poison couldn't stop him. Was he a saint or a devil? Rasputin became the hardest man in history to kill, or that's exactly what his killer wanted the world to believe. A Siberian peasant once held an empire's fate in his hands. Powerful men became obsessed with killing him. 1869, the village of Pokrovskoy, Siberia. An illiterate farmer's son was born, Grigori Yefimovich Rasputin. Villagers called him Rasputin, the debauched one, but there was something in his eyes that made people fall silent. Nobody imagined this wandering peasant would soon control the Russian Empire. Word spread this man could heal. By 1905, he reached St. Petersburg. Everything changed. Tsar Nicholas II's family was hiding a secret. Their only son, an heir, Alexei, was dying from a disease with no cure, hemophilia. The smallest cut could kill him. Doctors were helpless. The Tsarina prayed in desperation night after night. Then Rasputin arrived. He stood at the boy's bedside, and the bleeding stopped. Historians think his calm presence eased the boy's pain. To the Tsarina, it was a miracle. From that night, Rasputin owned her trust. This is where everything became dangerous. While the Tsar commanded troops at the war front, Alexandra ran the empire from the palace, and she ran it on Rasputin's whispers. Ministers were fired. Strangers were promoted. Russia's government was being rewritten by a man who couldn't read a map. Rumors turned vicious, they said. He was sleeping with the Tsarina. They said he was a German spy. None of it was proven. All of it spread. By 1916, the nobility had reached a verdict. Rasputin had to die to save the monarchy from itself. The man chosen to kill him was Prince Felix Yusupov, married into the royal family and utterly determined. He recruited a Grand Duke, a politician, and a doctor. Their weapon, potassium cyanide ground into cake and wine. December 30th, 1916, Yusupov lured Rasputin into the palace basement, promising an introduction to his wife. He ate the poisoned cakes. He drank the poisoned wine. Enough cyanide, by Yusupov's own account, to kill 10 men. Nothing happened. Desperate, he grabbed a revolver and shot Rasputin in the chest. The conspirators believed it was finally over. It wasn't. Minutes later, Rasputin opened his eyes and lunged at Yusupov's throat. He broke free and ran out into the snow. The conspirators shot him again, twice more. One bullet to the back, one finally to the head. His body was wrapped, bound, and dropped through the ice of the Neva River. For over a century, the legend grew. Poisoned, shot, beaten, drowned. A man too powerful for death itself. Yusupov wrote it himself. This devil, dying of poison, with a bullet in his heart, must have been raised by the powers of evil. The autopsy found no poison in his system, no water in his lungs, and no one was ever punished. The killers were nobility. The Tsar simply sent them away. Rasputin had left a letter written weeks before his death, as if he already knew what was coming. He wrote, "If I am killed by peasants, my brothers, you Tsar of Russia, have nothing to fear. Your children will reign for 100 years. But if I am murdered by nobles, if they shed my blood, none of your family will remain alive for more than 2 years." 2.5 months later, Nicholas II abdicated the throne. The 300-year Romanov dynasty was finished. July 16, 1918. In a basement in Yekaterinburg, the entire Romanov family was executed by firing squad. Was it prophecy, or was it simple math, a dying man's threat that simply came true by chance? A peasant healed a prince. A peasant ruled an empire from the shadows, and a peasant's death may have triggered its collapse. Mystic, manipulator, madman, martyr. 100 years later, we still don't agree on which one he truly was. If this is the kind of history that keeps you watching past midnight, subscribe. There are darker stories still buried, waiting to be unearthed.